I've spent a lifetime asking awkward questions, the ones we all want to know the answers to, but apart from me, are probably too polite to ask. Where was your shame, Malcolm?
I didn't have any.
Have you tried being less boring?
That's a really below-the-belt question,
Of course
actually.
it is. I've been up and down Britain, putting people on the spot about those things you'd rather not reveal. Are you in a relationship?
It's complicated.
Your infatuation with your pets. Your worries about bringing up children. It's a bit like how I train my dog. Tonight, I'm uncovering our obsession with body image.
Wendy!
We've never been more worried about looks.
Got a hanging belly and tits that have not defied gravity.
I'm as guilty as the next person. I'm so diet conscious, I even take the breadcrumbs off the tomatoes. What's the answer? Would it be easier if we covered ourselves up? I need never worry again that my nose turns up. Or bravely let it all hang out. I think I've come in the wrong outfit.
Well, one of us is overdressed.
Yes.
And it's not me.
I'm letting two men try out each other's very different approach to looking the part.
Want me man's a pack.
What I want to understand is, what's wrong with being ugly? How I look matters to me, it always has. I have my hair cut and highlighted once a month. I have manicures, pedicures, facial peels, HRT implants. I've had a facelift 12 years ago. I'm fanatical about how I look. It's hardly a surprise. I grew up with a mother who went to a health farm 3 or 4 times a year, and as a reward for finishing my O-levels, she sent me to one. I'm still at it. This is my biannual MOT. I'm at the Butchinger Clinic. This isn't a fluffy spa. It's much more severe.
Open your legs. Very good. Perfect.
It hurts. I get prodded.
Good, yeah.
And poked. Oh, it's my big treat of the day, this. Oh, joy, enema time. A fortnight of serious fasting, just broth. So delicious. It's costly, but it's my way of having a fit body and a clear mind. Ridiculous to some and not nearly enough for others. But what happened to letting ourselves go? Being how nature intended, even if that means being ugly and misshapen. Not how you describe these two. They look picture perfect. Lonan is 27 and a personal trainer. His girlfriend Millie is 20 and an aspiring model.
Okay.
Is that pleasure or work?
They sort of combine.
Let's have a look at your arms. For this couple, looking good is on a scale I've never before encountered. Did you meet at a gym?
No, we met at a restaurant.
When you saw Millie in the restaurant, what was it you saw first?
It was, of course, her looks. Yeah, I didn't know her personality then. But I imagine she probably wasn't wearing much. I can't remember. But I didn't think she was very good looking, so
Okay.
I got a friend to go.
Would it have mattered if she was slightly overweight?
I have a type. The size I'm attracted to, whether it's from promotion in magazines or something I've grown up with, I don't know, is just a slimmer build. So this is core workout.
Is that OK?
Yeah.
Lonan sees his body as his calling card. He can charge up to £200 for a training session, and that's online. What sort of body is this giving you?
To start, I'm 44 inches across here. My waist is 27 inches, which is very, very small. If I go like that, from the side, there's nothing to me. Pretty much, my hands aren't far off touching.
Who would normally have a 27-inch waist?
15-year-old girl.
Can we have a look at the waist?
Anne, please. I don't. You can follow me on Instagram and then you'll see. Look at my social media.
Why are you reluctant to show it to me?
People are desperate to critique.
Oh, for goodness sake.
When his waist is up to scratch, he shares it on social media with 130,000 fans. Who knew a tummy could have a following all of its own?
Do you know what boomerang is?
Do I not do
Boomerang, not a throwing thing that comes back, the app.
I don't know what he's talking about.
OK, well, I'll show you.
It's a video that is very short and it repeats what you just videoed.
OK, I'm boomeranged up now.
OK. When she... Remember, I lift her up? Right, ready? In 3, 2, 1.
I watch small children do this. Easy peasy.
I think you might
They laughing at me.
Quite like that.
It's actually turned out... It looks like we're
You
kind of
said
dancing.
1, 2, 3. Did you
And
mean...
then press.
Yay!
Yes.
We did it!
Done it.
Yay!
Look at that.
Good.
So if I click on this, click upload, and we can check on that every 5 minutes, you'll see the response it gets.
Lonan's relentless pursuit of being noticed has now landed him professional modelling jobs.
I'm in about 5 or 6 magazine articles a week at the moment. It's all because of this.
And taking your top off and posing for a shoot, is that different from just an Instagram?
Very different. The diet you have to do up to the shoot is very, very tough.
Like what?
It's very unhealthy, but it's you up your water to an unhealthy amount.
Yeah.
Once you get closer to the shoot, you then cut the water. Your body keeps rejecting the water, so you get very, very dry. You'll then have a lot of carbs and sugar, fill your muscles. All that together, if you time it right, it's amazing what your body can do.
Is it worth all that?
Yes, because you're representing an image. If you want
But
to...
it's a false image.
It's not. It is an image you have achieved naturally, and just altering my diet to get the image a bit better for the day.
Either way, it's surely extreme, an unnatural thing to do to your body. Millie is equally desperate for a flawless physique that will allow her to become a fitness model.
Millie, how many photographs do you take?
I take hundreds. I want it to be perfect. I want to make sure I like it, and that takes a very long time for me.
Because you're striving for perfection.
Yeah, to when I'm happy.
Yeah.
Bikini photos do get more likes.
Yeah. Is there a certain amount of Instagram followers that gets you a better rate as a model?
They say that 10,000 followers, your rate doubles.
What are you at the moment?
2,000 followers.
So you've got 8,000 to go.
Yes, I've got a lot of work to do.
The flip side is that every time either of you put something on Instagram, it's an opportunity for people to criticise you.
Absolutely.
Who is it that's most important to approve of what you're doing?
Probably Lonan. Yeah, I want him to be proud of me and to be attracted to me.
I'm brutally honest.
Yeah, he's very honest.
And who's important for you in terms of approving of your photographs?
It is me. I make the decision on what I like or not.
Lonan oozes authority and self-confidence, but does his girlfriend?
Are you happy to show off your body?
Now I'm paying more attention to my body, being in the fitness industry, I feel like my confidence is actually less.
Is it?
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah, a bit worried that if I see something that I don't like of myself still, I will do anything to try and cover it up.
Creating their perfect shapes doesn't end at the gym. Their eating routine is one of intensive care.
Just gone 5:30. Is this supper time?
For 6, it's 6 is supper time for us. We like to eat early, so you don't get to bed feeling really full and bloated.
So I normally go to bed around 10.
What time did you start at the gym this morning?
7.
The salmon's fine, but the controlled eating and their sleeping arrangements are dull, dull, dull.
Might some people think you're a bit obsessed?
If you put it like that, yes. But it's a lifestyle.
Would you mind being ugly?
I would rather be better looking.
Would you mind being ugly?
I would work with what I've got.
OK.
Bye, safe journey home.
Thank you.
Am I nuts or are they nuts? I'd rather eat my arm than live like those two. Of course they look amazing, but where's the fun in nothing but fitness and fretting about followers on Facebook? What I think about them is this, that by being obsessed with their body images, they lead a completely joyless existence.
The most common body obsession people have is with their weight. 2/3 of women and nearly half of men will be dieting this year. It's an industry worth $2 billion to the economy, and no wonder, because almost all diets end in failure. So why do we bother?
What a treat.
Well, here's one woman who doesn't.
It's wonderful to see you.
Miriam Margulies is 75, close to my age, and like me, never lets a thought go unsaid.
Can I really have as much
You
as I
can
want?
just go through the menu.
My mouth's watering, actually.
But that's where our similarities end.
Please, could I have asparagus with hollandaise?
I'm going to have the asparagus, but can I just have some olive oil?
Olive oil?
Why don't you want the hollandaise?
I'll have a tiny bit of hollandaise.
Is that a diet thing?
Well, it's sort of habit not to have anything too fattening. You're really exposing me now, and I feel conscious, but I will...
Well, you're really exposing me, because I feel a greedy pig, which I am.
I'm permanently on a diet.
I see. Well, I should be, I suppose, because I'm too fat, but I'm not. I like to eat. I do watch certain things because I'm interested in health. I'm not interested in what I look like. And you are, I can tell that.
Well, yes, I am. A complete slave, but I had a mother who was very like that. What was your mother like?
Mummy was a very good cook, very elegant in her own way, an outstanding-looking woman, but she was always short and fat. But she always said to me, Miriam, take more of a pride in your appearance. And even now, my relatives, they look at me and they say, Miriam, why? Why? Meaning, why do I look such a schloch? I don't have to describe what a schloch is, because you see one now.
What do you weigh?
I think I weigh 95 kilos. I think about 14 stone or something. The asparagus is very, very good.
It's never been bad enough that you've really thought, I've got to change all this.
I'm only deeply depressed occasionally if I look at myself nude when I get out of the shower. And I look at myself and I see I've got a hanging belly and tits that have not defied gravity. I think, what a pity. Why did you let yourself go like that? But on the other hand, I've had joy from eating.
Yeah, I can see. I want my asparagus, the last two
Why
bits.
don't you want to?
Because I want to leave some room.
Thanks. That's lovely. I like things that are comfortable. Let me show you what I'm wearing
Let's see your
underneath.
outfit to come to lunch.
It's actually the only thing I had clean at the moment.
Right.
Because I'm not living at home, but it's a little frock.
Oh, lovely.
I wore this because I thought I don't want to wear a coat. And
No.
this is nice and warm.
It is. Place. Filleted place.
Put it down, mate.
Vegetables,
Put it
cuir,
down.
more asparagus. Scallops à provençal.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm so diet conscious, I even take the breadcrumbs off the tomatoes.
Well, I'm not going to make you fat.
It's habit, Miriam, habit.
What would you eat in your day?
If I do have breakfast, I tend to have some poached apple. That's because I don't like being anything other than a loose size 10.
A loose size 10. I'm a loose size 22, I think. You're a little bit too thin.
Say that again.
I would think that lady's not eating enough.
We all have a sort of Barbie doll wish somewhere. Even the most intelligent of us have some sort of strange dream about looking differently. Even you, Miriam.
I don't want to look like a Barbie doll.
No.
And that's jolly good because I never will. I love life, Anne, and I want to experience as much as I can. And I think if you're on a diet for all your life, as you say, you're missing out. And I have to reiterate, I like what I look like.
See you soon. Bye.
She might be right, I'm missing out, but even living life to the full Miriam's way, I'd probably not bother with the trainers and the white socks. The thing is, she's energetic, clever, engaging, funny, And how refreshing that she bucks the trend for the need to be beautiful. And if you had to choose between lunch with Miriam eating for England or that bleak, calorie-free supper with Leonard and Millie, you wouldn't choose Miriam.
Vanity used to be a largely female pastime. I mean, few men of my generation used to worry much about their look. Now, research shows on average men spend more time getting ready than women and more time looking in the mirror. Are we sure about that? To find out, I've persuaded two men with entirely different views on their body image to spend time in each other's bathrooms. This is Danny, 54 and from South London.
My grooming routine daily involves cleaning my teeth, a quick cat's lick in the sink and running some water through my hair. There's no creams, products or anything. Pure water, and you look this good with that.
Danny works on the markets where he also buys most of his clothes.
There's no brands there, no Versace, no Louis Vuitton, nothing like that. These are all unbranded, but jeans are jeans. I don't bother with appearance. It takes me 7 minutes or under to get ready every morning. I don't dress for the catwalk and I don't dress to impress.
Danny is going to spend 2 days in Brighton with a man whose approach to his appearance might well have Danny reeling with shock. But he doesn't know that yet.
Waiting to see what the guy's like. I haven't got a clue. A bit like Forrest Gump who lost a box of chocolates.
Before Danny meets his host, he has a chance for a good nosy round.
Oh, of course, hunger busters. Fat metaboliser. I take it he's worried about his weight. I'm not bothered with what I look like. He's definitely Barry Manilow. Calvin Klein. I always thought they was underwear. Super smooth body cream. Hair food. He's feeding his hair now. What is that? That Christ almighty, look at that. That's fake tan or something, ain't it? I wouldn't spend my money on that shite. A body image handbook.
Who on earth lives like this?
My name's Alex. I'm 27 and registered blind. To me, looking good is everything. I spend over £1,000 a month keeping on top of my image. That's a lot of money. On a daily basis, I can apply more than 15 products, including foundation, bronzer, anti-shine powder. I knew some of that was makeup.
Indeed, life is just about to become a tough learning curve for our South London lad.
Hello there, mate. Nice to meet you. How you doing? All right? Danny, Alex, how are you? All right?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
You had a look around the place?
Yeah. Like your clothes.
I bet you saw a few products as well, didn't you?
Yeah. Some of them are a bit worrying. The makeup, it's a little bit drastic, that, for me.
Yeah.
I put one on, I tried one.
Oh, did you?
Christ almighty, it's like I've been tangoed.
Right, should we go?
Yeah, OK.
Perfect, let's do
Follow you.
Alex is 27 and has a thriving internet business. He also adores being pampered.
This is where I'll get my hair cut and a few little extra pieces on the side. I'm hoping for today you might be game just to take one step into the kind of things I do on a weekly 10-day routine.
I'm in your answer.
The first time I've had my hair washed by someone since my mum done it when I was a kid.
I'm the mummy now.
How's that?
Yeah, lovely.
The average male spends £35 a month on grooming. For Alex, it's 6 times as much.
But you must have the income to supplement this sort of lifestyle. Do you feel that sometimes you're trying to impress other people than trying to impress yourself?
Most of it's for me. The more and more stuff you do, the more you find the little details that you're always looking to correct and make a little bit better.
I think it's a never-ending road. For perfection, you've got to keep going and going and going. and then it's the long road. Want me nails back. I felt a bit poncy having my nails done and the facial. How far is this beauty with these remedies going to go and regimes, you know?
Oh, much, much further, Danny, as it turns out. Next up, Alex's weekly spray tan.
Right, OK, then. So, who's going to... I've taken Danny's going first. Danny, how's that feel? I think it looks pretty good.
I'll take your word for it. Very Saint-Tropez.
What's the year? No, take it.
I've come out like Tom Cruise and gone back looking like Bart Simpson. So do you think you're becoming reliant upon all this?
The feel-good factor you get from doing them is almost like a drug. If I was to not have any of this and no products and no looking after myself, then I wouldn't feel great. So, you know.
Where does the product start and the man begin?
To be fair, I'm pretty keen most of the time on how I scrub up. This is a picture of me, snapped unexpectedly outside my door recently at 8 o'clock in the morning. Not at my best. Do I mind being caught looking a fright? Well, it doesn't make any difference to world peace. And also, I'm an old newspaper reporter, so I sort of know it's a game. And most importantly, women absolutely love pictures like this. Hey! I do. It's great fun to laugh and feel superior, particularly if you're not that happy about how you look. But what about those rare humans who couldn't care less about their misshapen bits, might even be proud of them? I'm in Bedford with a couple who are quite comfortable to look very natural.
Hello. Wendy,
How
good
nice
morning.
to meet you. Do come in.
Thank you.
Hello, Anne. How are you?
I'm fine. I think I've come in the wrong outfit.
Well, one of us is overdressed.
Yes.
And it's not me.
No, I guess it. I guess
Would you like a cup of tea?
I'd love a cup of tea.
Wendy and Mike live almost full-time wearing no clothes.
How long have you been naturists?
Well, I've been a naturist about 7 years now.
Yeah.
But Mike was born naked.
I've been a naturist all my life, really. Because my parents were naturists and my grandparents were naturists.
Some friends say to us, well, yeah, but I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. Well, why not? We're all the same.
When you enter a naturist environment where everybody's naked, then obviously there's no distinction you can make by looking at people's clothes, looking at what they wear.
Are you suggesting you don't judge people nearly as much?
You leave pretty much everything at the door, which is the great thing about it.
People might think that if you're going to go without clothes, you'd be extra worried about your body and the shape of it, or being thin.
No, we're naturists. We all accept each other as we are. Fat, thin, tall, operation scars, anything, it's all the same.
And are there any conventions? Your hair, for example, do you have your hair coloured?
I do like to colour it, yeah.
Do you, for example, shave under your arms?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you shave anywhere?
Well, occasionally Wendy likes to have this
because this
trimmed down a little
it's
bit.
a bit rough.
Oh.
I don't really like hairy chests.
And what about the bits below? Do you shave there?
Yes, I have shaved.
If the whole idea is to be natural, why would you shave?
I think it's just more comfortable and you wouldn't sweat so much.
And naturally, Wendy and Mike like to spend their time mixing with other people in their birthday suits.
So there's lots of naked men?
And women.
Presumably all your early pictures are ones without any clothes on, are they?
Yeah, I've got some, yeah.
Have you?
Would you like to see me when I was 20 something?
I would, yes.
Really? Oh, yeah.
Wow. Your bits look a bit different there.
Do they?
Yeah, they look bigger.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get older.
Oh, is it?
Everything shrinks. Well, not everything.
So that's at 22, and this one, how old were you by
That's the
then?
day we met.
Oh, is it?
The day we met. As you see,
that's the minute we met.
And you've got clothes on.
A giveaway plastic cape because it was cold and wet.
And what did you see the moment you saw her?
Oh, and then she's just lovely, isn't she, once you get to know her? You don't need to know Wendy for too many seconds, you know, to see her personality shine out.
Is being naked a way of never feeling ashamed of your body?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
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 If it was the norm, how different do you think it would be for people when they looked at their bodies?
If you can see people for who they are rather than what they look like, I think the world would be a better place.
Go upstairs. On the left is my room. I don't buy clothes now, hardly ever. I've got some tops if I'm going out somewhere. Look, really smart.
What about bras?
No, I don't wear a bra. I haven't worn one for ages. I have got a couple.
Have you?
But I've thrown the others away because I just gave up. They're cutting, they're so uncomfortable. And I thought, why bother?
No dresses?
Yeah, well, yeah, I've got a few dresses. And the thing is with these, when I wear these, I put them on, and if I happen to catch sight of myself in the mirror,
yeah,
I'm fat.
What's interesting is that you look at yourself in the mirror naked, you don't think I'm fat, do you?
No. If I had a top and a bottom, I'd be tied in the middle and it'd be so uncomfortable and I'd have bulges all down.
So would you say your body's beautiful?
Well, I accept it as it is, and Mike thinks it's beautiful, so that's all that matters, really.
Well, Wendy has the healthiest body image of anyone I've met so far, but she does have to cope with disapproval.
Come and have a look at my garden.
And lots of sun you get, don't
Yeah,
you?
we often have our chairs out in the sun when it's warm enough.
Is there a neighbour here that really would rather you didn't live here?
Probably, yes. I was told, oh, it's disgusting, you're being talked about in Tesco's and whatever would your children think? And I said, what are you talking about?
And I said, fame at last.
And they said, because we're out here naked and people can see us. You are making a mess of that, dear. And so we had the fencing put up.
These two are quite comfortable naked, but what happens if they walk around town, showing off their wobbly bits?
It's lovely out here now, isn't it?
It's not illegal to go naked in public, but it is illegal to distress people. We all know what a naked body looks like. Surely no one here today will be offended.
What do you think about people walking around in public with no clothes on?
I think it's daft. If I had my grandchildren walking along here,
Yeah.
I'd be very put out.
Yeah.
If my wife was with me, I'd be put out.
We'll have to agree to disagree.
They won't hurt you, you know. Hello? What do you think about people going around with no clothes on?
I think it's shocked a few people down here.
Does it offend you?
No. I like to swim and go on the beach with nothing on, so...
Oh. Good to meet you. Take care.
What do you think about seeing people walking around with no clothes?
Yeah, it's not appropriate.
Kerry thinks this is inappropriate. Do you?
In the daytime.
It is in the winter, yeah.
So would it be all right in the summer?
I don't know. I suppose if everybody did it, you wouldn't think it was any different, would you? But
And when you're looking at them, Kerry, are you avoiding his bits?
yeah. No, I looked at them.
But it turns out it's not a laughing matter. The police have had several complaints.
Why are you asking? Who has complained?
Then asked Mike and Wendy to cover up.
No, we're not arguing.
Not arguing at all.
If they don't cover themselves up, what will you do?
The policeman says he will arrest them. He also says he wouldn't want his kids or mother to see them.
Why doesn't he want his mother to see someone with no clothes on? I mean, it shows what a curious relationship we have with nudity. No one's embarrassed to go and gaze at the statue of Venus de Milo, yet you take Mike and Wendy for a stroll along the river in Bedford and people start dialing 999. And perhaps, actually, if we saw more bodies like theirs, sort of misshapen and, well, normal, the younger generation would stop aiming for the impossible.
Back in Brighton, it's day 2 of the swap. Is Danny, who works on a South London market, learning to take beauty seriously?
One of my favourite shops. Normally come here every couple of weeks. So how much do you reckon these cost?
I pay about 30, 40 quid.
240 quid.
So far, Danny's been a good sport, surviving a spray tan and an expensive haircut. Now for a new outfit.
So what would you think of something like that?
That's a bit leery for me.
British men spend an average of £660 a year on their wardrobes, 10% more than women.
Christ and Whitey, he's going to be a bit tight.
A bit tight?
I think people might see what religion I'm from. Christ almighty.
Oh, look at that. Yes. I think you look great.
It all seems a bit tight on me, especially round the nether regions. I don't think I'll be able to sit down in these. Alex is very addictive to all this. It's like a drug for him. He feels good about spending money on quality stuff, but it's labelled stuff. I'm sure he can look just as good in some of the stuff I wear, which will probably cost him a fraction of the thing, but would he wear it?
Gently rub it along.
Right there?
Yeah. Really nice little product.
There's...
Alex spends at least an hour every day on his beauty regime.
As you'll see here, there's about 9 or 10 different products. I wouldn't feel comfortable leaving the house without using a fair proportion of all of these.
Is it something you really worry about? Your skin, yeah?
I do, yeah. From the ages of about 13 to 18, I had awful acne, really, really bad, almost to the point where I probably had more acne on my face than I had skin. It was awful, the worst time of my life, and it really took a lot out of me.
What you went through, is this where this started?
100%. I started wearing foundation and concealer when I was 17, 18.
But if you're not breaking out anymore, why do you still need them?
Even if I get 1 or 2 spots now, or my skin goes a little bit red, or I'm not quite happy with it, it's almost like I'm thrust back to what I had to deal with 10 years ago. So anything that I can do and make a difference to get as far away from that as possible, I'm going to do, and I'm not going to stop doing.
I think you're a great-looking guy. To me, it seems very excessive for what is standing in front of me. Mm. You know, I feel sorry that you was insecure and that, but to me, you've gone past that now. You know, you know yourself. Every time you look in the mirror, you've got to think more right here.
Yeah. So we're going to finish with a little bit of concealer, OK?
Yeah.
Later, will Alex be able to overcome his insecurities when he tries out Danny's swift spit and polish approach? Nowadays, we're swamped with images of airbrushed models, footballers' wives and reality TV stars, and the impact on ordinary 20 and 30-somethings is enormous. Nowhere more so than in my hometown, now the glamour capital of the UK, Liverpool. This trio are having a Saturday stroll round the shops ahead of a night out.
Hi, nice to meet you. Yeah. How much would you say you spend a week, girls, on clothes and makeup?
I'd say probably about a good £100 before we go out. I probably put most of my money into my outfit because I will never wear the same outfit twice. I know that sounds petty, but that's just a Scouse girl thing. I don't know anyone who will wear the same dress twice, really.
Expensive way of life, isn't it, being glamorous in Liverpool?
Women in Liverpool spend 3 times as much on their appearance than is spent anywhere else in the country.
If they're going to be doing that desk, shall we...
The girls are at Eve's beauty salon to get made up for their Saturday night out.
What's happening now?
So, right now I'm doing Lincoln's makeup for tonight.
Why can't Lincoln do her own makeup?
She's not as good as me.
I can do my own makeup, but when I'm going out, I'd rather get it professionally done.
Yeah.
Under pressure to look perfect, they go well beyond lipstick and eyeliner.
So I had a bit of Botox last month, but it just prevents wrinkles.
And what about your eyebrows?
I've got mine tattooed. Like, I don't like mine now.
But that's a bit like me. Like, I've got my lips tattooed, but I still draw them on, and I'm very self-conscious of it. I mean, to the point it got so bad, like, at one point I used to sit on dates like that, and I'd look like I had something wrong with me. I'd be, like, trying in every way to cover up my mouth.
It's exhausting.
Isn't it just? It costs a lot as well, Anne.
Who are you following that your lips have to be one shape and your eyebrows another shape?
I think Kim Kardashian's been a big influence.
She's got a lot to answer for, that Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I know.
Do you think she's very pretty?
Oh, yeah, I would. I'd love to look like her.
How about your boobs, girls?
Oh, I'd love to get my boobs done.
Have you had your boobs done?
I have. I was a 30 sig and now I've been measured a 30H.
Okay.
So I've gone up a few sizes.
I don't quite understand how it's become so important.
I think being from a city, there's even more pressure on you, especially like a fashion capital like Liverpool, where models and media and fashion is such a big thing. It's all you're looking at is image and body image, and you should look like this and you should look like that, and it all gets on top of you, subconsciously, I think, as well, more than anything. Like, you'll just look at them and think, my lips need to be bigger. You don't think why they need to be bigger. Shall we give Anne a scouse brow, Eve, do you think?
I don't think like my life would be complete without a scouse brow, actually.
You on the pull tonight, Anne?
Well, I'm always hopeful, you know, Eve, even at my age. God, they're enormous.
My makeup is complete, but this lot aren't even halfway through.
When you leave to go clubbing, is that the end of looking in the mirror?
Oh,
no.
Good God, no. That's just the beginning. I will spend the night.
Yeah.
The majority of the night in the toilet, topping up. Living there, Anne.
Really? You live in the toilet?
Near enough, you might as well.
When I lived here, the guys hung out in the pub. Now the busiest place after work is one of these massive gyms.
Why is it so important that you look good?
Vanity.
Vanity?
It must be, mustn't it?
How old are you?
How old do you think I am?
24.
Oh, my God, yeah, that was the right number. 34.
Really? Would you have Botox?
Yes.
Yeah, where would you have the Botox?
All over.
OK.
Jack is 22, works in a bank and has done everything he can to alter his appearance.
How often do you come to the gym?
About 6 times a week.
The gym is his cheapest expense. He's so far forked out £20,000 on improving his looks.
Sunbeds, eyebrows, filler, cosmetic surgery, nose jobs, everything.
And what else is there to do?
I'm not at where I want to be at the moment.
Where do you want to be?
Like an Adonis. I want to have an amazing body, like photo shoots and everything like that.
Every 12 weeks, Jack comes here for filler injections.
Just pop yourself on the couch, I'll just see you.
Today, he's having his nose and lips plumped.
But how big do you want them, Jack?
Quite big. I want them quite big.
Why do you want them bigger?
I just think it just takes years off your face when you've got big lips. I think you just look better. That's what I feel anyway. I always want to get my lips done and I always want to get my nose done.
So far, he's had 2 nose jobs, but it's still not the right shape for him.
What sort of nose is it you're looking for?
I can't think of the top of my head, but...
If it was said to me you wanted your nose a bit more masculine looking, a bit more straighter.
Yeah.
And a bit more wider.
So, do you feel you've got a girly nose?
Yes. Do you agree with men getting filler?
Oh. I agree with everyone being able to do exactly what they want.
Ah.
Oh. OK, what do you think about them yourself? Have a little look. OK.
I love them. Love them.
What look are you going for, Jack?
I'd like to think my own look, but in the bigger picture, to fit in. And I think to have your lips done and your nose done and to have that look, you fit in more.
The price of fitting in this time is £200.
And when you look in the mirror now, what do you see?
Obviously, my opinion is that I think I'm quite good looking. I don't think I'm beautiful just yet, but maybe one day.
Yet, despite the time and money Jack and Eve spend on their appearance, I'm struck by how dissatisfied they still are. It's as if nothing is ever enough.
Unfortunately, all that painful striving for perfection
hasn't altered Jack's lack of self-confidence.
And those lovely girls, typical witty Scousers, they looked much prettier walking around the shops in their rollers. To them, the idea of being ugly is terrifying. Although why anyone would want to look like Kim Kardashian is beyond me.
Nowadays, people's level of self-esteem seems only connected with their appearance and has very little to do with whether they're smart or fun to be with. What if we could only be judged on our personality?
Hi.
This is Montahina and her husband Jalal, who live in Luton.
How are you?
Like the tea?
I'm very well.
Yeah, you're good.
Montahina has a very different attitude to body image.
How would you describe how you're dressed today?
I would say that I'm dressed in the traditional Islamic clothing. The khimar, which is the scarf, and then you have the jilbab, which is the outer garment, which is very loose fitting and doesn't show your figure. And all of it's there to cover up your beauty, the parts of your body which are for yourself and to share with your family.
Do you think you feel differently about your body than people who don't cover up?
People who don't cover are probably more conscious about their bodies because it's always on display. And I think that's a very difficult way of living, whereas when you're covering, you have that freedom. It's not so, oh, I can let myself go now because no one's really seeing me, but you don't have to conform to the pressures, whereas if everybody's seeing every part of you, you know, you're always going to feel like you're not good enough.
If I wasn't here today and you were just in the house with the children and your husband, would you be covered up?
No, I wouldn't, because this is my home, so...
So you've got 2 lots of clothing, have you?
Yes, I do. I do have 2 lots of clothing.
I want a glimpse at this other wardrobe.
You know, that's something that you...
Wow!
You know,
when you've got that on, would you be worried my bum looks a bit big in that?
I would wear this for my family, and I think they wouldn't really care about those kind of things. But
would you care?
No, I probably would, but, you know, I'm quite happy and confident in who I am. And, you know, I've got a loving family around me. I've got, you know, wonderful people that I've never felt negative about my body image. Other people could go out in this dress and maybe be judged in it, like, oh, God, what is she wearing? And, oh, she doesn't have the figure for that, or how could she wear that? You know, and women have to face these horrible comments, whereas when you wear this in your home, you know, away from the prying eyes of people judging you and seeing your figure, you're the queen of your home. You can feel like the queen of your home, and you wear whatever. You don't have to worry about those things.
So Montahina often opts for covering up when she's out. She says it means she doesn't feel judged. I want to do the same and see what happens.
I need never worry again that my nose turns up in a rather stupid style at the end.
We're out and about in High Street, Kensington. Will people even talk to me dressed like this? The answer is mostly no.
Excuse me, I'm doing a programme on body image. Can I talk to you?
No, I'm all right.
Sorry,
darling.
Excuse me.
This level of anonymity is tough.
Can I talk to you?
No, I'm not interested, sorry.
I've just lost my touch. Where's all my charm gone? I don't seem to be able to get people to stop and talk to me.
You have to work that much harder to be able to get people to engage with you, obviously, because they're not seeing your face. But, you know, you've got to make a lot more effort to be able to get that connection with somebody.
I think what it is, you can't see you smile.
Yeah.
I think it's more the facial expression.
Yeah.
You're used to looking at people in the face, and you connect a bit more if you see someone's face.
My friend here doesn't have to worry about her body image when she's out because she's all covered up. What do you think of that?
I think you look very glamorous, even though you're not conscious of your...
Do you think I look very glamorous?
Well, yes, not as glamorous.
Why are you hesitating over me?
Well, I suppose you don't stand out as much, I think, in a way.
Oh, what a shame.
Interestingly, with only our eyes on display, we are still being judged.
Excuse me, I'm doing a programme about body image.
We've heard a rumour that you girls wear the most incredible underwear under all that. Is that true?
That's a bit of a bold thing and not a gentlemanly thing
No,
to
no,
say to
no,
two
it's
ladies.
it's a bridge too far. Oh, sorry.
And covering up doesn't avoid sexist opinions.
Whew, that was a stiff learning curve. First off, it's very hard to breathe with polyester covering half your face. Montahina, of course, chooses to dress like she does because she wants to be judged by her intellect and not by how she looks. But actually, passers-by kept running away from us, so we were being judged. I hadn't realised how much I rely on my face to convey, I don't know, sarcasm, wit, very occasionally charm. I'd hate to be invisible. I'd rather be judged.
In London, it's image-obsessed Alex's turn to experience how carefree Danny lives.
Oh, so this is where Danny finds himself. Ooh. It reminds me of a set from like Only Fools and Horses. It's like he's stuck in the past, you know. Okay, so Danny's bedroom. Wow. Clothes sprawled all over it. It's not great. It's not great. I didn't know clothes like this still existed, to be honest with you.
What does Danny spend on his beauty regime? At a push, 25p a week.
Doesn't look as though it's been used any time soon. It's got dust on the bottle, so I'd feel like I needed a shower after using them. A toothpaste and some mouthwash. It's looking a bit bare. I know, you know, I know you're taught basics, but that it really is taking it basic. Hello, welcome to my home. I can wake up and be out of the house in 7 minutes. 5 minutes if I'm trying hard, and that includes a cup of coffee too. My beauty regime involves soap and water. All my clothing is about durability. I haven't got any time for fancy brands. I don't believe how you look is key to how you are. Okay. I think that says it all. Matters massively to me, you know. I need to feel good. I need to feel confident in who I am.
As Alex knows, Danny feels the opposite, and for the next 24 hours, it's Danny who'll be calling the shots.
For me, it's our comfort. Comfort is everything, rather than like a peacock. When you go out and you're sitting there, you're on show all the time. Got a little surprise for you. It might be a little bit of a horror show for you. The designer stuff's coming off, mate.
Let's go.
Danny is determined to strip Alex of the clothing and products that Alex is convinced he needs to improve and boost his confidence.
Oh, God.
That is under a tenner.
And you want me to wear these?
Yeah. And
not outside, though, just inside, right?
No, you wear them out as well.
Oh, God, mate, are these yours? What are you doing?
I've toned you down a little bit, you peacock.
Mate. Just look down and I can see that what I'm wearing is atrocious.
God.
This is so far from what I'd wear. This being a continuing thing is a no, absolute zero chance.
There we go. Can we have a selfie?
Next up.
Cheap and cheerful.
Is a trip to Danny's local barber. £10 for a haircut. Peanuts compared to what Alex is used to paying.
It's a quality cut for a fraction of the price. But you're not as pampered.
I like the pampering bit, though, and I just like feeling good and I like looking good. It just gives me a little boost of confidence. Big question for you, have you ever felt self-conscious?
The only thing I was ever worried about, I used to be a bit shy, a bit of a wallflower. But as I got older, I've realised the walls don't fall down when you move away from them. Other than that, I'm very relaxed in my face. Well, you're still striving for perfection.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed, to be fair. Seriously, I am.
I have one more thing for you.
Right, OK, cool. What's this? Facial wash.
I'd like to see naked Alex for the rest of the day.
Naked?
No. Just take all your product off, your creams and everything, and just have one day, an afternoon with me as the real Alex. Well done. 100%, I don't believe men need all this. Men have got by with it for millions of years without makeup and products. People just need to see the real man underneath the mascara and the lipstick and the rouge.
That's pretty much it.
Ooh. Welcome to a man's world. where the human beings live.
Danny's obviously trying to he's trying to strip me back to basics. He wants my personality to come out rather than me just be stereotyped by the products or the brands or the clothes that I wear.
So, what do passers-by think of Alex's no-nonsense makeover?
These look like two nice girls. Excuse me, ladies, would it be possible for you to give me an opinion on my friend Alex here? Normally wears a lot of product, like makeup, male makeup, and very expensive clothes. And we've stripped him down as naked as we can get him.
Yeah, he looks fine. I might change the shoes, but aside from that...
Glad you said that, because they wasn't my choice. Do you think he needs that?
No, I don't think he needs that at all. You don't look particularly interested in your own image.
Thank you very much. Normally wears facial lotions and makeup.
Why? Why does he need it?
Why do you need it?
This is what I've been trying to tell him.
You look fine. You don't stand out.
How do you think that reaction has made you feel?
I was expecting a lot more negative comments as to, like, obviously the way I'm dressed and my skin and that kind of thing, but yeah, it's quite eye-opening, really.
You shouldn't judge yourself too harshly. You've got to drop yourself from Crown Court down to Magistrates Court when you're judging yourself.
After spending time together, have Danny and Alex learnt anything from each other?
Yeah. How do you feel today when, Alex?
I've discovered that, you know, it's nice to look after yourself, but it's definitely not the be-all and end-all.
What I've took away from you is maybe that sometime I should take a bit more care. I may use a bit of hand cream, and I'm going to spend 20 minutes on myself when I go out tonight, and that's a promise.
Social media is packed with examples of what passes for excellence in the world of perfect bodies. Bikini bridges, aka bony hips. Finger trapping, having a small nose. And the thigh gap being thin enough for inner thighs not to touch. This London comedian became an internet sensation for sending the whole thing up.
Like now my issues are my thighs. Oh my God, my thighs are touching each other. Oh my God, everybody can see. Can you see it? Can you see it? Oh my God. Oh my God. My thighs are touching each other. Oh my God, that's so humiliating. My thighs are touching each other. Send me away to the circus. Call it free. Two thighs are touching each other. That it's popular now to be self-deprecating and we put each other down, right? And even worse, we put ourselves down. For example, I saw a friend the other day. I said, babe, you look great. That's a nice dress. Do you know what her response was to that's a nice dress? Do you know what she went? She went, oh, this, oh yeah, I got it in the sale like 3 years ago. I mean, it was really cheap when I bought it and yeah, it doesn't really suit me anymore because when I bought it, I was really skinny and I put on loads of weight and I didn't think that I'd see anybody. Now I've left the house, I see you and oh my God, this is so humiliating. You say me in this dress. I hate myself. I hate myself. I hate myself. After a compliment.
Louisa posted her thigh gap sketch on Facebook, and so far it's been watched by 40 million, yes, 40 million viewers, the majority women. I'm in an Islington pub to watch Louisa and see why her gig has proved to be such an online success.
I've noticed recently we like to judge a lot, don't we? We like to judge. For example, since when is my weight any of your goddamn business, right? Since when? It annoys me when people comment and they're like, what I look like. Babe, I like this, so what? I've got a big belly. And what? What makes you think I want to lose this? This means I go out for dinner with friends. That's what this means. Thank you for being such a wonderful audience. I'm Louisa Oman. Big love. Thank you. Good night.
A terrific performance. Where did it all begin?
I like to comment on things that I think are ridiculous, and I start going, I know it's going out for dinner with friends, that they'd be really fussy about what they were eating, or they would be planned for weeks to go out for a nice meal, and then we'd go to a really fancy restaurant and they'd order a salad. And I was like, this is ridiculous, why are you not ordering the steak that it's a steak restaurant? And so I started ridiculing things like that, and I think you have to be brave enough to go, this is it, this is here, I'm okay with it, you need to be okay with yours. People, they're dying to hear a refreshing, truthful voice on body image and self-love and self-acknowledgement, and just, rather than berating women all the time, we're criticised constantly for our age, for our weight, for what we look like. It's so ridiculous that having a gap in between your like your legs touch, like they actually touch. That's ridiculous that that's a fad and that's a thing. That's what I'm mocking. That's what I want you to laugh at, and that's why I show it to you. So we can say, can you see how ridiculous this is?
But some of the guys just like looking at your thighs and your knickers.
Well, listen, it's a part of the job, isn't it? I guess it's what you get.
So what do you worry about in terms of how you look?
Making sure I've got nice braids, nice hair.
Yeah. And do you colour your hair?
Do colour my hair, yeah.
OK. You do things to improve yourself, don't you?
Of course.
So have you plucked your eyebrows?
Yeah.
Do you shave under your arms?
Of course, yeah.
And when you see yourself naked in front of the mirror, what do you think?
Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
She is the strongest link.
Woo! Goodbye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Well
so much for
done.
having me. Thanks, Anne. Take care.
I think Louisa speaks for millions of women worried about the thigh gap, or rather worried about having a big belly and no gap between their thighs. And she's girly enough to colour her hair, to have a bikini wax, to pluck her eyebrows, but she refuses to join in the angst about the flawless figure. Very cheering, don't you think, a young voice striking out and making a joke against the trend for perfection. There's nothing new about body obsession, I'm a good example, but the pressures now are different and greater.
Social media, television, newspapers, magazines have to take their share of the blame. They've definitely encouraged youngsters like Jack in Liverpool to have his face pulled out of shape and made those lovely Scouse girls desperate to ape Kim Kardashian, all of which seems to provide a lot of anxiety and not much fun. Whereas Miriam and Janet and Wendy and Mike, who couldn't care less how they look, are much happier with life.
Diets, daily gym workouts, plastic surgery all help, but actually, the most effective way to feel good about our bodies is to stop worrying about them.
What's wrong with being ugly? Nothing. It's learning to live with what we've got that's proving to be tricky.